WFA, and
Whose damn cars are these again? I don't understand who's these.
These cars?
Damn cars again?
the hot Carl.
We'll talk
Hot
about.
Carl
I
chassis.
guess we'll talk about it later.
You know, mind your own bobber.
Reminder. Oh,
I've been
yeah,
told
yeah.
that everybody knows about Hot Carl.
I guess I didn't until someone.
Oh, you didn't know about Hot Carl?
I didn't know about Hot Carl.
I didn't either.
I knew a Carl. I was really.
I knew about Hot Carl, but it was something completely different other than racing chassis.
Well, I knew a Carl, but they were really hot. You know, I was kind of worried about it. Was.
So,
Did we talk about the same Carl?
I guess.
That
something
he's
about
broke.
Something about his bobber. Something about his bobber. And it's Thursday.
All right, we gotta go.
Good.
Well, let's get started.
Alright, buddy. Hey.
A-E-I-O-U.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum.
And here we are. We are live again for
We're live.
our next podcast. And
Need to have some pool noodles.
the
6
pool-
feet
Oh,
of distancing.
6 feet. It's kind of hard when we see each other on a regular basis. Like
Yeah.
we do.
Essential people.
You know,
Most people, some people got checks. I got a note.
You got a note,
I got a memo.
a memo that you were what? Essential?
Essential. Yeah. Some people get bonuses.
Well, some people got upset when they were told they were essential. Damn it, I am not essential. I didn't understand it at all.
Yeah.
You know, but anyway. Hey everybody, welcome to Happy Hour with Dewey and Jesse. Glad to see everybody again. And I know it's been a while since we've had a podcast. We were trying to do it last week, but a lot of schedules. And when Mother Nature finally gave us some warm weather here in the Ozarks, of course, where were we at?
Out the track.
At the track. So we definitely were taking advantage of that because we are getting some rain.
Some.
I'm not quite sure why we had to have so much rain, but
Like
we
that.
are
Just some rain. We're
We-
having a ton of
a
rain.
ton of rain. I think it was, the rain meter out there was 3 inches last night.
Probably.
Last night, 3 inches. And then it rained again today.
Yeah.
And
Did you guys get hail?
we got hail last week when we were putting the walls up on the new
Yeah.
pit stop. We got hail.
We got a little bit of hail last night here.
There should have been hail down here south, you know, south of I-44.
Up on the mountain though.
But you live in a mountain, you get snow. You get snow the other day?
No.
Okay. You got some snow the other day. All right, so looks like we got sound, no picture. We're good. No, got it going now. All right, we are actually in this podcast. So any other news, Jed? What's been going on out there in the world, in the RC world? I've been kind of secluded between a shovel, a rake, and a paint gun, and work.
Yeah, you've been staying busy. I understand we gotta give a bit of a shout out to Dave Melton, Mr. Melton.
Yeah, Dave Melton, the pulling world. I mean, I know if you're in the RC pulling world, you know Dave Melton. He makes some great products. He makes our sleds that we use, and understand he's been not in the best of health, you know. And I know we've been sending prayers that way for him. He is not well, and we wish him all the best. Everybody needs to keep him in the back of your minds and your prayers that he gets through this right now.
Yep.
And we do feel bad about what he's going through with his health issues. So, well, Dave, look forward to hearing some updates from you in the very near future. But speaking of the RC pulling world,
Yeah, let's talk about what's happening this summer.
the Big Bandit Pull.
I think so, yes. The
National Pull, which is because of the COVID-19,
Right.
Springs was canceled, so
Yep.
this is the first national level event
Yep.
in the pulling world in July here in the Ozarks. That is, we consider it bigger than what we experience at Springs and Nationals. We're bringing more to the table. 2 tracks, we're used to 2 tracks.
Right.
Used to national level competition, we do have national winners locally, top 3s, you know, locally.
We got a champion.
The champion, current champion still. 2 tracks going, sponsors, A-Foam, AAA Foam, great sponsor locally that wants so much to do with this. And we have national sponsors.
Yep.
Who?
Tekin, Castle, A-Main's gonna be out there,
Serval City.
Tower Hobbies.
Already sent stuff, you know, and so we got giveaways that we're gonna be doing. And the host, we couldn't have asked for a better business to have.
I think that's gonna be
host
awesome.
is the Retroplex,
Yep.
right there in St. Robert. Great family establishment. It's a skating rink, and we basically rented out the skating rink for an entire weekend.
Yep.
But in the skating rink, they got arcades, they got laser tag,
Right.
they got
A lot of things
a
for the
restaurant
family
in
to do.
there. Tons of stuff for the family to do while mom or dad or who's ever pulling, older brother, older sister, is in the skating rink area pulling. Tons of
And
activities.
it's right on Route 66,
Historic
hotels
66.
galore. It's, couldn't ask for a much better spot
We're
to run a national event.
And we're closing a deal on some of the local restaurants to provide coupons. So if you're there for the pull, you can go to those restaurants and get discounts, you know,
That's
while
right.
you're there. So National Pull, 18 July, we go over those classes, how many classes we got
Yeah,
going
the
on?
classes we got going on, we got two-wheel drive 7-pounder, diggers, which I think are cool, I like those. That's a good entry
I'm sad I got rid of the diggers.
level, but I don't know if I'd be able to control one. It's two-wheel drive. It scares
Two-wheel
me.
drive, it's a great way to, cheap way to.
It is.
But economical way to get into pulling,
Yeah.
economical way to get into pulling, and, but they can be a handful, but man, they're exciting to
Oh,
watch those
yeah,
things.
yeah. Two-wheel pro mod, another one that scares me. Sportsman scares me as well. Four-wheel drive pro mod, four-wheel drive modified,
Ooh, yeah.
the big rigs. Also, don't forget, there's rule changes to the batteries this year
Yes,
for certain classes.
and we have all those rules, we do follow the, NRCTPA rules.
Right.
We do follow national rules,
You can get that on our website.
and, which is posted on the, flyer, I believe, the website. Is it on the flyer? Well, to get to the flyer, you gotta get to the website.
Right.
So. Yeah, so,
It is on. It is
yeah,
on. the
It's
flyer.
on there, it's
Yeah.
on there, on our website where
Yeah.
this is posted,
And
yeah.
then pro stock tractors, super stock tractors,
Love those tractors,
work stock, my favorite.
yeah, your favorite?
Mini rod, four-wheel drive nitro, and two-wheel drive slash.
Yeah, so two-wheel drive slash nationals, they ran at nationals
It
the
is.
first time.
Yeah.
There's still a little it's still a little open on the rules on that for the two-wheel drive slash. We're probably gonna add a little bit of more clarification
Okay.
on that class, but you got a two-wheel drive slash, bring it on down.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, almost everybody's got a slash.
Yep.
Sitting in the garage. So we're probably gonna add a little bit of clarification on that to make sure everybody kind of understands. It is a little confusing when you read the national rules on the two-wheel drive
Right.
slash, so we're gonna provide some more guidance on
Uh-huh.
that, but
And just some clarification on the nitro. We're gonna have a start box.
Yep.
For the nitros. However, we're not gonna have an exhaust system that hooks to the truck down the track because it is vented and it has fans in the arena we're
yeah,
gonna be
and the
using.
ceiling is what, 30 feet?
Oh, yeah,
You know, it's
30
30 feet, it's
yeah.
vented. The owner doesn't feel there's any reason for that, it'll suck that right out, but we have a start box.
I do like that better because sometimes it seemed that exhaust system got hung up a couple
It
times.
did last year, it actually got hung up a little bit,
It
so.
makes it a little,
Bandit National Pool, 18 July. If you're looking for a national level event, especially since springs are gone, this is the place to be. Everything that you experience at any other event, national event, springs or nationals. And we have a live commentator and we're broadcasting it live.
Yeah.
So we're gonna broadcast this live and have a commentator telling you who's on the track and who's in the lead.
yeah.
Instant results.
And if you're coming there just to poll,
Yes,
so,
just a poll.
yeah.
So, yep, don't forget about that, 18 July, get it in your calendars, definitely.
Sure.
All right, so I guess the next big topic.
Yeah, let's
is
talk about what's happening out in Crocker.
Well, there's a lot been going on out there at the track. So, track update, everybody.
I mean, you guys have been busy. I know you've had some volunteers, some people have volunteered more than others, but,
Whatever time people have time, you know,
Yeah.
it's always welcome.
Right.
So, as you see behind us, there's a glimpse of what the new facility's looking like.
yeah,
I don't have any updated pictures right now. I haven't had time to throw the drone up there yet.
right,
So to speak, between the rain we've been getting, but new facility, new everything. We have not shortcutted anything at all.
No, I mean, you guys put the water system in the middle of the track, so you don't have to drag across, you know, you don't have to drag a hose across anywhere. You elevated the track, kind of lowered the infield, set drains in, the infield's grass. Been talking to Matt, and he said he hasn't had no issue with standing water on the track,
No.
and
Last
like
time,
Dewey said, we've had 3 inches of rain.
yeah, last time we had a little bit of puddle.
Yeah.
Today when I looked at it, just a little bit of puddle, but that's 3 inches of rain we just got. And we had only had 2 days of no rain, and then we had that storm prior, which
Right.
was 2 inches of rain.
Yeah.
So, it's handled a lot of water lately.
Yeah.
And look at the drains are working like they're supposed to.
Yep.
And everything is dug in out there, lines are buried, you know, brand new concession stand. That's gonna be able to do more. I'll give you a hint, pizzas.
Oh,
I'll
nice.
leave it as that.
Nice.
So they've upgraded everything in that concession stand, enclosed it, insulated it, drywalled it, countertops. I mean, it's.
Really?
It is, definitely.
So they've been busy at the pit stop then
They've been
as
busy
well.
pit stop, plumbed in water, they got everything inside
Really?
that place.
Okay, really nice.
And it's on 2 acres as opposed to a less than half an acre. So now
Right.
you could drive in with trucks and trailers and be able to maneuver and back up to the pit area and not.
Same area, just a different driveway.
Yeah, so the
It'll
GPS
be-
brings, the way GPS brings you in, it's a driveway before
Yeah.
Matt's house, so to
Yeah,
speak.
so it'll be the right before.
And you can't miss it, you come down that road,
Right.
it is bam, because you got
Yeah.
nice big white walls.
Yep.
You got a brand new building there, you'll see the driver's stand, you'll see flags. You definitely, you definitely have it's there. Now, like Eddie, I see a pit lane, no, there's not a pit lane there, Eddie. You're seeing, this wall right here is basically where the driver's stand will be. And then that far wall is the, backstretch. And what's missing is the buildings there now. It wasn't there when we took that picture. We really contemplated about a pit lane. The issue we had about the pit lane is that unless someone's there with you,
Correct.
trying to get off the driver's stand
That
and
is
down.
the only
Yeah.
issue with it, yes.
So we really went around. We had an opportunity to put the pit lane in, and
Right.
we decided not to put the pit lane in.
Yeah.
So
What I do like is the infield's all grass, but on the driver's stand
front stretch. Yeah.
there is about 1.5
It's-
2 feet cut out,
Yeah.
so you can pull over into that without getting in the grass, make your adjustments.
Yeah,
And you're not in the track.
track. Yeah, we created
I do like that.
we created a pull off there.
Yes.
On the front stretch,
Yeah.
so you can definitely have some space and try to take care of your stuff. See Josh, what Josh say? Appreciate it, looks great. Yeah, we appreciate that, Josh. Hope to see you down here.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you guys need to make it down here.
And say and I say hey from Extreme RC Bodies. Yeah, matter of fact, I've been watching he's been posting some stuff. I've been following him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh, appreciate it. Hope to see you down here, bud. Yeah, so we definitely have the banking. 21
Yeah, the
degrees.
banking looks phenomenal.
21
I mean,
degrees.
phenomenal.
We are.
Um,
We're doing everything to create multiple run lines.
Yeah.
And we put some
Do-
clay in the corner. We put some clay in the corners.
Are we still gonna have a wild side up there?
It didn't quite
didn't
pan
pan
out
out?
this year. There is a viewing area up there, but it isn't as wide as we wanted for the lawn chairs.
Right.
That is a next season.
Okay. Yeah.
We wanna complete that ideal that in turns, 3 and 4, that above there is a platform, ground platform,
Right.
with grass and everything where you could put a lawn chair,
Yeah.
cup holders on the wall.
Yeah.
And enough room to be able to walk behind, without falling off.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a complete, viewing station
That's
up there.
cool. That's cool.
Right now, it's wide enough to walk up there,
Yeah.
but, we just couldn't quite get there, for this year.
Yeah.
Josh, we're waiting for Mother Nature to dry off the track so we could put our wheel on it, to give you a drive line. We plan on putting it out where our drive line is, but right now we can't walk on the track.
Right.
Because we put all that great, topsoil in there, we mixed in a little bit of clay this time. Just remember our old track, it was straight straight dirt,
Right.
no clay. We tilled it a lot before all the rain came, hoping it would soak up the rain.
Yeah.
And so we have not been able to it hasn't dried out.
Yeah.
This last
Yeah,
week.
we haven't had
So we
2
haven't-
days in a row of sun for 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah. So we haven't put a wheel on it yet. So as soon as Mother Nature allows us, we're gonna put a wheel on it and give everybody that drive line. And then hopefully before the first event, we're going to have some, we're gonna run the track, run it fine. There hasn't been a RC car on the track yet,
Right.
not one.
And I know a person who's chomping at the bit.
Who brings, every time they come out, they have a car in their car, you know? And
Matter of fact, these are his cars right here.
and so we have not yet run a car, and we hope to provide some data like tires, you know, when we find
Right.
out, you know, and
Yeah.
before the big race, but there hasn't been a car out there yet. So again, Josh, you're right, Mother Nature has not been well, but we've been working through everything we can. We get a half a day of sunlight, we're
Right.
trying to get where we go. But the good thing is the big stuff's done. Driver stands up, just has to be painted yet. You know, grass seed's down, straw's down, trying to disturb that area. Everything's dug in, everything is there, walls are up, the curves gotta be painted. You know,
Those walls look nice.
the front stretch and back stretch is
I told your painter you needed to make them checkered though.
yeah, you know, so.
You don't listen to me.
All right, so that's with the track, that's where we're at. We're still working hard at the track, we're still living the dream out there. So we hope to provide some pictures, with the drone, maybe this weekend. We're supposed to actually have, is it tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, no rain.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, Monday, we're gonna rain again. Our biggest fear is that, because it was a construction site, because we had dozers, backhoes,
Right, yeah.
skid steers, we had tractors, we drilled.
Oh yeah,
we
it
had
looked like you guys were
augers.
building a house.
Is that trying to get some of the grass to come in to hold the dirt together, that if it rains, it isn't a muddy mess to get in there. So our only fear is that leading up to the next our opening event, is that the ground can handle the vehicle traffic coming into the track. Okay, that's where we're at with the track update. So I guess we're gonna get the next topic. And we'll get the next topic right after this message. All
All
right.
right. Ooh. I like that.
Some people may have enjoyed those pictures, some people may not have enjoyed those pictures, you know, but
I didn't realize that wing sprints made you fly.
I didn't realize my sprint was actually flying at any point in time, but I guess I forgot that.
Yeah.
So yes, we did have our first SMS race in March up at All-Star Speedway and Hobbies. Got that bad boy in just before the world changed.
I mean, just
before the world changed.
before the world changed.
But-
Wow.
Hey, shout out to Eric and Charlie.
Oh man, it was awesome. I
Great
loved it.
job. The place was completely scrubbed down.
Yeah.
They had hand sanitizers. Their social distancing there was enough space for social distancing,
There was.
you know,
It was
and everything that we needed to do, they did.
beyond all that. It was just phenomenal.
It was
I mean,
great.
they got their own shop. You know, served food. Only other place I've been to other than Outlaw Lane that served food. The track was great. I had a blast. It was a good time.
Locals were great,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
and it was a great 2-day event,
It was.
because they opened up Friday for practice.
Yeah,
Right?
that was
Friday
awesome.
late afternoon into early
That was
evening,
awesome. Yeah.
and hosted everybody as long as they wanted.
Right.
You know, and then, like a lot of us spent the night down there,
Mhm.
and then came back Saturday, and we left all our stuff there. It was great. Didn't have to
Yeah.
haul nothing in,
Right.
and got ready to race on Saturday. And
It didn't help me none, but I still had fun.
Well, but it was a great event. They ran a great show.
I did.
They did make some changes that the series wanted to make. You know, other than their normal show that they run, You know, so that was great. You know, they hosted the series very well. And the locals were great. They told you everything they knew about the track.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
telling everybody who's been there for the first time. You know, so we
And there were some familiar faces that came from out of town that, you know, I've seen before, so.
well, the great thing was there was familiar faces, some of their local racers we saw on the series last year,
Mm-hmm.
and we've seen that Alamo Lane and other tracks, you know, that traveled all the way from that area right there. So Midwest Mod, I want to cover real quick some of the top threes. You know, we're sitting right now in Midwest Mod, sponsored by McAllister. You got Josh, Brett, and was it Aiden?
Yeah. Adam.
Adam.
Adam Kettle.
Adam, your top three right now, sitting there in the Midwest Mod. Of course, I'm not sure why my glasses have disappeared, but Outlaw Sprint, sponsored by Custom Works, great sponsor. Your top three is Charlie, Eddie Gaines, and Adam. I tell you what.
I think Adam was on the podium every.
Yes, I think he was. But let me tell you what. But Eddie's had my number for about a good year plus now, and I actually thought I was going to have his number that race. And matter of fact, I did have his number for a while, but Eddie being Eddie eventually sucks you up and coughs you out, and he got me again. So
You know what I loved about the sprints? I think it was Rockin' Rob.
oh yeah, broke left front tire.
Completely broke. I mean, almost folded in, and he won.
He won the race. Yeah, he won that race, that heat race.
He just kept going.
Yeah, that was an amazing run that Rockin' Rob did, breaking. And
Oh, Eddie's got a question. See,
I thought Eric. Yes, you're right. Eric did win, Eddie, on that, but Eric, wanted Charlie to put down, but Eric did win, and Charlie's name went down.
There was some inside stuff happening there.
Yeah. So
Insider trading.
Yeah, insider trading. That took place. So next was Short Course Mod, sponsored by 5-7 Designs. Great sponsor right there. So proud that they came on board. So you got Charlie, Tyler, and guess who?
There's Adam.
There's Adam again. Yep. And
He made like $100.
had a good night. I do want to point out, not just because the name's the same, but Matt down there probably had the worst luck that any racer could have had that night in his
Well,
transponders coming off,
oh
transponders coming out,
yeah, that's right.
in the lead,
That's right.
gets in a roll, wing comes off.
Yeah, I think you guys saw a picture of that
Yeah.
in the
in the
in the
previous
last break
yeah.
there.
It
was pretty good.
He had the fastest sprint time going
Yeah.
into, but he had the problem each of the heats,
Yeah.
and then he came out of the C into the B, and he was leading the B.
And me and Matt were talking about that the day before, and I was busting his chops about it because that happened to him at the Chili Bowl.
Chili Bowl.
And I asked him, I said, why don't you just run wingless? He said, what are you talking about? I said, your wing always falls off.
Yeah.
Well, when it happened, I was just like this. I don't think he talked to me for a day.
Yeah, he and then in his mod leading, and
Yeah.
then you're not being scored, and
Right.
and he that transponder plug-in came out twice on
Brutal.
him, and he was the car to beat there.
He was.
So you win some, you lose some, but he's sitting down there in 8th place, but by no means do I think that where he's gonna definitely stay on that. Wingless, sponsored by DE Racing.
Oh, wingless.
Glad DE Racing, big sponsor last year of the Show Me State Series, the sponsor last year.
Right.
Came on board this year and wanted to sponsor the wingless, and we're so excited to have them on board. So we got Josh, Adam, and Brett. Yep, top three right now sitting in the wingless, the DE series race, sponsored race right there, and we're looking forward to that wingless being quite a big class coming up 30 May.
Yeah.
Short Course B Mod, one of our most exciting classes last year. Short Course B Mod's got 3 sponsors: PBR Speedway, All Star Speedway, and the RC Barn up in Jeff City. Each sponsoring certain races throughout the year, providing coupons to their products.
Right.
You know, so,
Yeah.
great event, top three, John, Josh, and Dusty. Dusty being last year's champion, finished third out there at the All-Star. John Baxter,
Outlaw local.
Loco, had a good chili bowl too.
He did.
Yep. And Josh, that's your top three there in the short course B mod for the Show Me State Series.
Well, it's a good thing it wasn't Outlaw versus All-Star, because we'd have got handed to us. Those boys can drive, man, I'll tell you.
They can. That little bull ring is a lot of fun.
It is.
I enjoyed it.
It is, but I can't wait for them to come to Outlaw.
Yeah.
Then it's gonna be a different story.
Well, the great thing about the series is you went from that bull ring. Unfortunately, the April race at Peabody Speedway got canceled
Right.
Because of the COVID-19. That's always a great track to go to, home of Plan B,
Mhm.
you know. And so of course, there was always this big discussion when you go out to All-Star. You're in GFRP. Man, I got a brain cut. You're in that GFRP land.
Right.
And you had some of these racers coming from more of the western part of the state, and where you Plan B, you know, a little bit of bodies by Ed, you know, a little bit of different chassis coming out there. So I was kind of looking forward to it. And there was a lot of talk about how the two gonna match up, you know, on this track, you know, a little chassis competition. And you know, I mean, Matt Resch being a Plan B.
Right.
Was really looking forward to that head-to-head stuff, but man, you couldn't have, you know, like I said, his bad luck was leading the race.
That's how I win my races. I just
Leading
wait
his
for people to break.
Yeah. You know, but when your transponder comes out, the car's doing just fine,
Yeah.
you're
And there's
laps
nothing
ahead
you
of
can do
everybody.
about that.
Yeah, nothing you can do about it. You're laps ahead and then you're not being scored. But now at Outlaw, you got those locals from All-Star coming to Outlaw.
They're gonna be used to turning halfway through.
Yeah, and now you have a huge track.
Right.
And you're kind of right in the middle, so we're gonna hopefully pull down some of those Kansas City. You got those Jeff City boys coming down, you know, who weren't there.
Yeah.
As we have Burlingame, Shane Klaus, you know.
Yeah.
You got some big name racers there from the series last year, all meeting the next series race.
Yeah.
And I'm not afraid to say I'm looking forward to a little bit of chassis competition going on. And that's what that's all about. You know,
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to the next Show Me State race, 30 May at Outlaw Lane, and we're definitely going to we're going to see what happens on this big track with 21 degrees of banking.
excited,
You know, and the thing is, the locals there have no advantage.
No, that's true, because
30 May.
nobody's races,
That'll be the second race on the
Yeah.
track, you know.
That's very
so,
true, that's very true.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty green track to everybody, and
Matter of fact, we'll probably be the ones giving the information out to everybody else on what tires work, what tires don't work.
yeah, well, we'll be probably hoping that everybody else tells us what's going on. So, Josh, if we have to move our Extreme Rocket Challenge May 30th up in Iowa, which is something we may have to do, we will have to make it down 30 May. Well, Josh, you definitely may have to make it down.
Yeah, man,
Coming out of
come
Iowa,
down.
coming out of Iowa, and definitely
Yeah,
join some of this Missouri Show Me State Series, the only series in Missouri, and more than welcome to have you down there, especially some Iowa, kind of getting toward my backyard of life. Iowa, I'm a South Dakota guy, you know, but
only state, I think that's the only state union didn't shut down.
no, it was 4 or 5.
Was there 5?
Yeah, 4 or 5, yeah. But they just had the first stock car race in South Dakota last weekend.
Did they?
Yeah.
I think our producer's racing
They
next week.
had no fans though, but they did the race. All right, so that was the Show Me State Series. Great
You
sponsors
said
again.
You said the Fisher Boys sold out.
They did. They were, that both surprised me. They both dominated last year. They're cousins,
Yeah.
Fisher Boys, and they both sold out. You know, one got married, you know, so you know, that happens, you know. And
You'll be back.
unfortunately, that happened, and so they definitely were dominant on the course, on the series last year. You know, I was looking forward to them coming back, and because that was a hot competition. Josh being in Columbia, he lived all his life till 10 years ago in Columbia, Missouri. Okay. He bought all of Daniel Fisher stuff. Okay. So it might be set up, Josh, but you still got to drive the thing. So best of luck with it. But Daniel had good equipment. I think it was Plan B equipment. He had good equipment.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it with the Show Me State Series. 30 May, as you see the calendar in the back of us, 30 May Outlaw Lanes, the next event. And then June, we're in Jeff City. And of course, we don't race in July, taking the month of July off. Then August, we're back in Outlaw Lane. So that race in April, because it was canceled, as we put out in the beginning of the year, you know, if a race gets canceled because of weather, there's no makeup.
Right.
You know, but then again, there's no drop. It doesn't count. I mean,
Right.
we're still only gonna have the one drop for the entire year.
Yeah.
You know, so if you didn't make the March race, you're not out of it. You're still well within. It's still a wide open.
Oh, yeah.
That's your drop. You know. So the April race, unfortunately, got canceled at PBR. I was looking forward to going up there because I usually spend the night up there.
I was too. I haven't been up there yet.
With Sean, at Sean Sanders' place right there, take the camper and had a great time last night.
Yeah.
Great. Had a Friday night practice race.
You tell me that.
Had a money race.
You thought you were Dale Jr.
I did.
Because you're like, go out and practice, come back in the trailer.
I did. But we had a good night. We had a good night activity. So it was a great night at PBR Speedway.
Yeah.
A lot of people spent the night. There was probably about.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, there was about 12 racers that just spent the night there at Sean Sanders' place. Yeah, great host, great night. I think about 1 o'clock I said I need to go to bed. So that was a good night, and got next day. No hurry. Everything was still set up, and God, you feel like you're really a true full-time racer. You go there, spend the night, you get next day, walk out, do your thing, you know.
This guy.
You go race, you know.
This guy.
Living the dream.
Yes, they are going to build one in Jeff City. That's specifically for that race.
For that race, they're gonna be.
Yeah.
It's at the park, right next to. Boy, I've been out of the world.
I don't know.
for days.
I haven't been to Jeff City
I forget everybody's name.
since the last time we raced at the barn.
Guy who owns the barn. It's right there at the tip of my tongue. The park is right next to his store, the Plains Hobby, the train
Okay.
hobby store. They're building a track there. They already, matter of fact, I saw pictures earlier this spring where they already outlined it. This spring.
Yeah.
But they're building that track just for this race.
Yeah.
That's why we have that one race, Jeff City. We wanted to include the barn. The barn is gone. We definitely wanted to include the barn. Shane, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shane. As you see what Shane posted there.
I deal with this every day. Every day I deal with
Countryside Park there, Toes Countryside Park, that's where the track's gonna be. The barn was vital to our starting the series last year, and unfortunately got destroyed in the tornado. We did not want to leave them out.
Yeah, those guys put on a hell of a show too.
It was a great show up there, you know, and we were gonna end the series there, indoor track. So we didn't want to leave them out. We want to make sure they were still included, and they said, yes, we will build a track,
Awesome.
you know, for it. So that event there in June up in Jeff City. Okay, we're ready to move on to our next, our
I think
sponsor.
we got somebody come to visit us and
Yeah.
talk to us a little bit.
About this year and what they're doing with Outlaw Lane.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So we'll get to you right after this.
Hey everyone, this is Mark and Helen from Final Stop Diecast Collectibles and More. We are the proud sponsor of the 2020 Oval Racing and Pulling Point Series out there at Outlaw Lane RC Racetrack over in Crawford, Missouri. We are located in downtown Richland, Missouri at 231 South Pine Street. Stop by and check us out for all your Hot Wheels, NASCAR, and Earl Farm tractors, plus all your small collectible needs that my guys might have. Stop by and check us out. Thanks.
All right. Welcome back. Here we are with Mr. Mark Decker. He's the main sponsor this year for Outlaw Lane Series. And we're just going to talk and tell us what you're all about.
So Mark is the owner of Final Stop Diecast out there in Richland, and he's come on board to be the primary sponsor for both the pulling and the racing this year at Outlaw Lane. We're excited to have him on board. So Mark, can you tell us how long has your store been operating there in Richland, Missouri?
Well, we opened up in May, early May of 19. Excuse me, let me back up. In April of 19, we opened up periodically throughout the month, and we officially open the 1st of May. So our official 1-year date was just earlier this past month, right in the middle of all the excitement in the world.
Anniversary.
Yeah. Way to bring
Except
it in, right?
our store was closed when our,
Yeah,
anniversary.
couldn't even have a cake or nothing.
No.
All right, great.
So what are you guys all about? What do you sell? What do you?
Well, as you
You
can
got
see
that?
right here in front of us, we have some die-cast stuff. We have a variety of things, small die-cast, Hot Wheels, Green Light, Johnny Lightning, all your small cars, 1/64 scale stuff. We have NASCAR, the 1/24 scale stuff. We have a lot of that. And I have a lot of 1/16 scale die-cast tractors, farm stuff. And we also, Helen gets a lot of the small furniture pieces, little end tables, little corner tables, and we have lamps and a lot of vintage things. We have some antiques, some pretty old stuff, and we also have a few coins in there as well for those guys. But primarily the base of the store is the die-cast things. As you can see, the Hot Wheels, NASCAR, farm tractors, little semi-trucks, and those kinds of things. I got a lot of metal signs as well. If you like to hang those up in your shop or your man cave, I have a lot of that as well.
So, Mark, the die-cast, tractors, trucks, some NASCAR stuff, a little bit of vintage antique stuff. So how did you get into the RC sport that you want to bring your business, into the RC world?
Well, I'm interesting to say that 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I actually raced RC, and you might remember those days, the Slash Mafia days. I mean, I raced with that, and was semi-successful with that, and I did that pretty well, and I had a lot of fun with that. We had a lot of fun doing those things back then. As it progressed into the more of the today's racing out there at Outlaw Lane, I moved over to that as well. In 17, 18, I raced. Not as much in 18, and then when early 19 come around, I really didn't do it as much. The store kind of come about with Helen and I getting that kind of as our future down the road. I didn't think RC racing was going to be really for me. I did think the die-cast stuff was more for me, but I wanted to be part of it still. And doing what we're doing here with the sponsoring of that, I think it's a good fit. We have a lot of things. I can get a lot of different things. I can get sprint cars. I can get some of your pulling trucks, pulling tractors. I have a way to get some of these things if guys want them. They're kind of pricey, but I can get these items as well.
All right. So what are you going to be doing with Outlaw Lane this year? Are you going to be coming out there? You have special deals or what?
Yeah,
What's your plan?
we do. On the dual days when you guys have pulling and racing, Helen, my better half, she's going to be coming out in the morning when the pulling's going on. And we got a little promotion going to do. It's called Toy Bucks, as you can see. They're Toy Bucks. And what we're going to do, it's going to be up to her during the pulling event how she feels the need to issue those out to the winner or the third place winner of the class, or however she decides to give those away during the pulling
Can
sign.
you do it for the guy whose wheels fall off?
Yeah, we're probably going to have
I'll have a lot of
a calamity buck or a tough luck buck or something. She's going to come up with something like that as well for maybe the guy that just didn't have his day.
That's me.
You
That
might
would
know
be
some of
just-
those.
yeah.
We've seen some of that, so we might have a tough luck buck for that guy.
Coming
that
out
just-
there to
Sure.
your place with a handful of
I could see
toy
that.
bucks.
Yes, that's right.
So what's the Toy Bucks, what are they for? What are they redeemable for?
Well, the toy buck right now, they're worth $1, and it's worth anything in the store that you feel you want to purchase. So if you're lucky enough to get a handful of these throughout the year, you can either redeem them at the track, because we will be setting up a little booth there at the track with items. I'll bring some Hot Wheels and some NASCAR things, die-cast stuff out there. You can redeem them there at the track, or you can come to the store in Richland and you can redeem them there.
So $1 for $1.
Buck for a buck.
Oh, outstanding.
Okay.
And where exactly are you, and how do people get a hold of you, and what's kind of going on right now? Is there any issues with seeing you or contacting you or anything like that? But where are you at?
Yeah, right now with the way everything's going, our store has been closed for about 6 weeks or so because of the world shut down, and we have not been open. But what we did do a by appointment only. If Dewey per se sees something that you like, you can go onto our Facebook page. We do have a Facebook page, Final Stop Diecast Collectibles and More on Facebook. If you see an item there that you like, you can contact me. We do have contact information on it. You contact me, we set up an appointment, and we'll go on a one-on-one basis. So one individual, one person at the store at a time until all this kind of dies down when we get back to normal. We are located in downtown Richland, 231 South Pine Street in Richland. And I do have a couple other satellite locations at some antique malls. I have a booth at Rolla, Missouri at the Rolla Antique Mall and one at Heartland Antiques in Lebanon. So you can, if you're in those areas and you want to check out our booths, we got them there too.
So just the fact that if I'm from out of town and I get some of your toy bucks, driving it to your place is not going to be that convenient, but you'll have merchandise at the track, or can bring merchandise to the track when those events happen, and I can cash it there.
That's exactly right. If you're a dual racer, if you pull and you see something, have seen something on the Facebook page, get in contact with Helen. She can reach me at the store. I can bring that with me in the afternoon because I will come out every race in the afternoons. Helen's going to be there in the morning during the pool. So if you see something you like, you can do it that way, or you can reach us and we can mail it to you. We make those arrangements out too.
Outstanding. All right, so that's Final Stop Diecast, the primary sponsor at Outlaw Lane this year for both racing and pulling. They are sponsoring the Point Series. So for the racing and pulling, you earn points every weekend, and we crown our champion at the end of the year. And Final Stop Diecast is a sponsor for that event and allows us to be able to get those awards and present them to the pullers and the racers that come. All the rules for the Point Series are on our website. Go there, you can check out the rules for the points and how many drops and what each place is valued at. And we couldn't do this without sponsor, and this year Final Stop Diecast has stepped up to the plate and is sponsoring the event. We could thank you and Mark, you and Helen enough for coming on board and being part of Outlaw Lane. And again, Mark and Helen will be at damn near every event.
Yes, we will.
So they will be there with their booth, with the merchandise. Come see them, say hi, thank them for what they're doing, because they allow us to bring this sport to validity and to the standards that we hope to have for the RC sport.
Yeah, go
Thanks.
check out their Facebook page. Mark and Helen are always posting new stuff, so check them out.
All right, thanks again, Mark. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Helen's over there.
She is.
Welcome to the Pit Stop, your one-stop shop.
From parts to refreshments, come enjoy some great food.
We back? Oh, we're back.
Oh,
And he's gone.
quick.
Damn. All right.
Green screen, that's where he
Ooh.
was. He was in the green
He
screen.
was in the green screen. That was that amazing magic that we had right there.
Yes, sir.
All right, so
Hey, let's talk some shootout.
Ozark RC Shooter, 5th annual. Longest running trophy event that we have at Outlaw Lane. Coming up 9 May, which is now our opening day. So
Yeah.
opening day is the Ozark RC. Kind of feel like NASCAR. The first event at the race, Daytona. Start off with a bang. So we're starting out with a bang with the 5th annual Ozark RC Shootout.
I'm ready.
On 9 May. All the information's on our poster. Obviously, if you're watching us, you're on our Facebook page. Go check it out. The rules are also posted on our webpage, which you can get to from, you can find the address to that in the About section of our Facebook page for all the rules. But let's make it simple, guys. Open tire.
Open tire. Couldn't ask for something better.
Yep.
'Cause-
That's the biggest thing for everybody
Yeah.
else to know. It's open tire. Every class is open tire.
Yeah.
Okay. And with high demand, we added wingless to the
Yeah.
to the show.
Matt, if you're watching, wingless, bud. You can get in there. You ain't even gonna. You can just take your wing off before you even start racing.
But every class is open. We do have a lot of classes we're running. Novice, we're not taking away now. Novice is our future.
Right.
However, novice will be a shorter show for them, but they're not paying. If you're coming in for novice, you're not paying the entry fee that's posted. You're going to pay the regular entry fees for your race for novice. Okay, so we are going to be running novice. We didn't drop a class to add wingless because novice is our future, the track,
Right.
and we want them to enjoy and seeing some of the faces behind the names that they follow
Yeah.
in the RC pages.
I enjoy novice anyways.
Yeah.
I love watching them.
I do. I like novice because they have the future. But 5th annual Ozark RC Shootout, 9 May coming in. We do have a sample of what's being awarded. This just came right off
That
of the.
bad boy.
Is what's being awarded. They are laser engraved plaques. That one is in the pre-stages of being shined up, whatever, but that, I mean, that just came right off the laser,
Yeah, it
today.
looks really cool.
I see our logo under the bandit, for this event, I mean, the shootout, he's actually COVID-19 compliant with his mask.
Yeah, there you go.
So, this is just one of the things that we are handing out, for the, Show Me State. So, even though the governor has opened up the, state on 4 May, there are still some guidelines that we have to follow, especially when your health department is located in the same town that your racetrack is.
Yeah.
So we are,
Track you down.
we are still definitely encouraging social distancing. Bring your hand sanitizers, okay? We'll have hand sanitizer by the pit stop, you know, and bring your hand, social distance what you can. Keep that in the back of your mind. However, when you come to the driver's stand, you have to wear a mask.
Yeah.
On the driver's stand. Put it on, go to the driver's stand, do your thing, take it off when you leave.
Easy peasy.
You know, it's just the world we still live in. We still have some guidelines we have to follow, but
Right.
the great thing is, we're racing.
Yes.
We're back to racing.
We'll also have some, rubber gloves there available, if you wanna use some rubber gloves wired up there. No big deal, guys. 9 times out of 10, you're in your pit anyways, social distance from other racers.
But the guy, if you're in a pit with
so,
someone, you
yeah,
probably
if you-
rode there with them.
Correct.
So I mean,
Yeah.
it's, and we're outdoors, so we're not being scrutinized, but we still have to be conscious. We still live in a COVID-19 world, and we still need to practice some safe measures to continue to decrease the curve,
Right.
and that we get to continue to enjoy the sport that we've not been able to enjoy, these past months. So May 9th, Ozark Archery Shootout. Rules are on our page in the About section. You go to the Outlaw Lane webpage and you will find the rules. We made them very simple this year. Open tire, those classes are all open, except for our street stock 13.5.
Yep.
In there, and I think with our larger track, you're definitely going to get all of that 13.5 now.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are. I'm super excited.
And new to the track this year, short course late model.
Yeah, right here.
That is
Short course late model.
new class of track. We've dropped our NAS truck class. There's not a lot of difference between us except for bodies, what's underneath there, except for no adjustable A-arms and stuff,
Right.
and.
This is gonna look super sexy
I believe it's a 10.5.
on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the track at Outlaw Lane, this is gonna look super sexy.
Yep, so, again,
I'm
we
excited
thank
about that.
John Baxter for providing today's props
John Baxter for his hot Carl chassis
and his chrome.
and his chrome wheels. My goodness, if you could hear John Baxter talk about his chrome wheels, that was a 30-minute conversation.
Yeah, and then before even the word chrome came up, but
I didn't even know he could spell chrome.
I didn't either, and I don't give him too much credit, but, we thank John for providing these cars.
Yes, they
for us
look
today. And we gotta give a shout out to a sponsor, for the Ozark Archery Shootout. Danny popped up his, logo already. Great sponsor, came on board, Lawn and Care Service. I'm not even sure I pronounced the name the right way. I always screwed up. Was it Dan? Adson. I screw the name up all the time.
TCHISO.
Great sponsor. You'll see their logo on our poster board. Veteran owned, veteran ran company.
Yeah.
Veteran owned, I say it slowly, veteran owned and veteran ran company, okay? So when we wanna do the right thing, they do the right thing, their service is great. They will be at the race. They will have a trailer out there. They probably have some giveaways that they're gonna do.
Very nice.
So if you're looking for, that place to, Dan, can you move that to the middle of us? Because it's in the, live and the other icons in there. Tree removal, stump removal, got that tree ready to fall in the house. Here you go. You're always wondering, who do I call to remove this tree? You can talk to them in person at the track.
And if they got stump removal, that's fantastic. A lot of guys don't have that. They offer, I'll cut your tree down and chop it up and haul it off, but then there you are stuck with a stump.
There you go, Atchison.
They can
lawn care, and tree service.
They
All
can
right?
chop that stump up, that's fantastic.
Their phone number's on the card, it's on the poster, it's on your plaque. We're so excited to have them on board. They're a yearly sponsor too, so they're not just the sponsor for this race, they're a yearly sponsor at the track. Their banner will be up on the driver's stand. Hire local, they're local, and they do an amazing job, and it's veteran owned and veteran ran company. So you can't thank them enough for coming on board. 9 May, opening day, Outlaw Lane. 5th
Boogity,
annual-
boogity, boogity.
Man, it's gonna be a great day. Everybody's back to racing. A lot of rust will be coming off. Right now,
That's good though.
we are debating about a Friday night something, the night prior.
Oh, maybe get a little,
However, weather dependent, and if the track's ready,
right,
we're not, because of the weather, we're not where we want to be at right now.
right.
Matter of fact, the drywall is just going up now in the track, so we probably cannot have a Friday night practice.
Right.
If we can, we will. Especially if those are traveling, they might want to come down and try to do that. But
Yeah,
it's also open night at the local stock car track.
Oh, yeah.
Midway, Lebanon.
yeah.
But
Go out there and watch the Hornets.
but we have to, we gotta make sure the track's ready to go, so,
Yeah.
Mother Nature has really, hampered us right now with where we wanna be at. Like I said, we still gotta paint the walls, we gotta paint the driver's stand, the corner walls, we gotta finish the final touches on the concession stand, get that done. Like I said, drywall going up tomorrow, so their cabinets and counters can go in.
Well, hopefully we get some, little bit of sunshine
We need some sunshine.
and
Just
get things dried up.
straight up, we gotta have some sunshine.
Get it
So-
painted.
Again, I've had a lot of questions about the classes, and the rules, but I just can't emphasize enough. They're all on a webpage. The Show Me State, pulling, racing, point series, everything is on that webpage. Dan has done a great job at putting that webpage together and keeping it updated.
Yeah.
Anything you need to know about racing or pulling at Outlaw Lane and where the standings are, and the SMS series. So we are hosting the SMS series information on our webpage, and you can go there and you see the standings, you see the points, and you see everything you need to know. It is Outlaw Lane RC Racetrack at weebly.com is where you can go find all this information about. So if you're thinking about coming on down to join us on the 9th of May, go to our website, you'll find all information. If you still something was missing from there and got a question, shoot the track a message. We got quite a few people that see those messages, and definitely we'll try to get your response as quick as possible about the event or location or local things in the area. If you plan on coming down the night prior or something. So right now, I think the gates open around noon or 2. We're racing at 4. We are a track that likes to race under the lights. So it may be a late night. Yes, it may be a late night, but it's the first big event of the
Yeah.
RC year. So
And you
looking
ain't been
forward
out of
to
the
it.
house in a month,
Yeah,
so come on out, let's
come on
enjoy
out.
it.
Get your car out there, run some laps, have a good time, and definitely enjoy this sport that we love so
Oh,
much.
does the pit stop have anything?
Yes, thank you, because I would have been crucified. So to start the year off, they are having a pulled pork special. They will get up and smoke that,
Ooh,
start
smoke
smoking
it.
Yeah, about 4 in the morning. Matt gets up, puts it on the smoker. Usually about 4 o'clock in the morning, and we know how pit stops pulled pork sandwiches are.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a meal.
That's worth the price of admission in itself.
I don't know what else she's gonna have with it, but we know it's actually delicious.
Awesome.
So pulled pork will be the special from the pit stop for our opening day. Couldn't ask for a better meal than that right there. Plus all their other normal stuff. If you've been there, they had. And like I said, I'll give you a hint. Pizza's on the menu this year. With all the upgrades that we're doing to the track. So 9 May, our 5th annual RC Shootout. Great sponsor. Come on out, see the sponsors at the track. Enjoy everybody's. Haven't seen anybody in a year. Some of them haven't seen for a long time.
Yep.
To race and enjoy the new facilities. We are
time.
definitely proud of what we've done. Again, it was a full-blown construction site. You know, so we're still trying to get some grass to grow in areas where dozers were running over, you
Yes,
know.
sir.
You know, and the track area is great. We just hope the weather holds out for us. I haven't looked at the future forecast anyways, but you know, we got to make sure that the track may be good, but can the grounds where all the construction took place handle the traffic coming in
Right.
without tearing the
Yeah.
place up?
Yep.
So, looking forward to it. Looking for everybody coming out, and we're so excited to come back to the podcast. I want to do it last week, you know, but so glad to put stuff out there again and see everybody again and hear from everybody. Great comments. I don't think we've missed any comments on there. We try to keep up with all the comments. I know we didn't talk about pulling a whole lot, you know, so pullers.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
We'll do a podcast after the race.
After the race, because the next weekend is pulling and only
Right.
pulling. And,
Right.
and man, we're excited about our new pull track.
I think it looks sweet.
It looks great. It's gonna be easy to manage. Pullers will give you hints. We did put a lot of clay in there.
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna get used to what done at Springs and Nationals. It's gonna be a little bit harder packed track for you pullers this year, but new pull track is awesome. Looks great. I can't wait to start talking about pulling because man, there's been a lot of smack talk in the background on the pullers, especially when someone made a prediction during their little segment, which we didn't have. Apologize.
Oh.
We didn't have the
I'm telling you, Brandon's my triple threat.
we didn't have the freedom.
Yeah, we'll get that next time.
And I'll give you a hint. Brandon and his dad visited the track yesterday.
Oh, did they?
Just so you pullers know, Brandon's already been to the track. He's
I'm
already been
telling you.
checking out the
Brandon.
pull track. He's already kind of tasted the dirt.
Did he?
He tasted the dirt.
That'd be something.
He sniffed the
That'd be
dirt.
something he'd do.
So
Probably took a sample of it back
I did
home.
let you know. Brandon's already been out to look at the pull track. So pullers beware. He's already making his notes.
I mean, he's got another mean guy in the work stock with Jeremiah, but I don't know. Brandon hasn't built nothing that hasn't won,
True.
if that makes sense.
Yep.
So,
So as a track owner out there yesterday, I was kind of enjoying seeing him, but then the puller came out of me, and I was like, you need to go. You need to go. You know, so Tyler, so missed it. We do need masks on
Yes.
the drivers. Yes, Tyler, yes, we have to have a mask when we come to the driver's stand. It's kind of the world we still live in. There will be some masks. So we do have a local person who is making them and selling them.
mm-hmm.
I want to say they're like $5. You know, they're not like a piece of nothing. They're actually pretty
John
well.
Baxter,
John
if you
Baxter
could
was-
comment to that.
Yeah, if John Baxter's on, he's the one who kind of hooked that up to have them make some for us at the track. So, and it's a pretty tailored mask. You know, it's not a just a piece of cloth that got some stuff tied to it.
Yeah, Tyler, so when you go up the driver's stand, just put your mask on, run your race. When you go back to the pits, you can take your mask back off.
Yeah, right.
We just need the mask on the driver's
Yeah,
stand.
we're not requiring that you got to wear it the full time. By all means, if you want to, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
You know, but we have to have that mask on when we get on the driver's stand. No problem, Tyler. No.
Oh, sorry, man, sorry we missed your comments.
Yeah, if it was it a watch party? Yes, you missed all of it. Yeah,
Oh,
the watch parties,
yeah.
we don't.
I don't get to see the watch
Yeah, the
party.
watch party, we don't see those comments on the Facebook page. They're only in your watch party. So, by all means, Tyler, if you got some questions, go ahead and post them up or right here. Type away. Can you wear a full race?
You sure can.
Ryan.
In fact, I encourage it.
Oh, Ryan, of all people, Ryan, you know, yeah, Ryan, I'd love to see that. No matter of fact, I guarantee you just gave Jesse a probably bad idea.
I was gonna wear my Iron Man
You
mask.
know, so Ryan, you're killing me, buddy. Yeah, sure you can. That's a good one. We're gonna see that, I'm sure. And that'd be great pictures, by definite means. But anybody got any quick questions? You know, if you were, like I said, if you're on a watch party and you make comments, it doesn't pop up on our feed here that we have in the studio.
Lots of love out there
Tyler,
now.
you need a face shield. Oh my gosh. Remember, you can easily make masks with bandanas, yeah.
Or bananas.
John Baxter, I'm gonna bring a plastic bag for you, bud.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is wear it for the race.
Yeah, I guess we'll be pretty surprised what we see out there, but, yeah, sorry if you're in a watch party, we just can't see those comments out here. But definitely, once cause we're about the end of our time here that we normally go for. If you got more questions, just message the track, and then, we'll get right back to you, definitely about coming in Pulaski County. Again, we don't have any other, restaurants will be open, hotels will be open, back to business as normal, but social distancing is still needs to be applied and practiced.
Common sense.
And that's what they're putting out to us, common sense, okay? Matter of fact, we might even give a toy buck out to the best looking mask, get with Mark and them on that, best
We
looking
just
mask.
got thumbs up. If you have the best looking mask.
We just got a thumbs up from the sponsor.
Maybe I ought to wear a plastic bag. Let me see my face.
Well,
That'd be the best.
Then it'd be like living at your house, but we don't want to relive that. But anyways, sponsor just said, best looking mask will earn some toy bucks. So keep that in the back of your mind, because
Alright.
they will be there. All right, Jesse.
Well, hey, thanks for watching us. No more handshakes. Just do the old fist bump, and we'll see you later.
Take care, everybody.